Hey guys, all right, it is another Bold Lips for Old Chicks today, and I've got two lip products. Okay, this is the Maybelline Lifter Gloss with hyaluronic acid, and this was making the rounds a while ago. I have it in the shade Gummy Bear, so it's sort of this beautiful pinky bubblegum kind of pink, so Gummy Bear is a good name for it. And then I also have this is newer, and it is the Maybelline Superstay Matte Ink, and it is in the shade Motivator. And I think these were like, I don't know, I'll put it in the description, but like this, I don't know, Happy Mood Maker, something like that. So this was new on the Ulta website, so this might just be like you know, a limited edition sort of situation. But I like to try lips, so we're gonna try these today. Again, this is the shade Motivator. So I'm gonna go ahead and try the gloss first, because it's gonna be easier to apply. These were, again, did I say that already? These were making the rounds a while ago and everyone was going crazy over them, but I never did try them, so this is gonna be my first try. I do have some, let me take my gloss off now. I'm usually wanting a gloss that can be like the savior of my lips. I always want to have something in my purse that's sort of easy. It's not necessarily a chapstick, because I feel like chapsticks aren't really that moisturizing for me anymore. So I use this a lot, and in the beginning it wasn't that great. It's the Jelly Jam Lip Mask. I got it from the AOA Shop Miss A website. I have it in the shade or scent Strawberry. It doesn't taste like strawberry, but it smells like strawberry. I've used it a ton. At first, when I first started using it, it was not that good for me. Like, it made my lips actually more chapped. But since I've been using it a lot more, and again, like, I've used a lot of it, it's been better for my lips. So I don't know if I just had to get used to it or whatever, but in the beginning I couldn't really recommend it because it made my lips more chapped. But now it's better. So I don't know, take that into consideration. So this actually is kind of along the same shade. This one's a little bit lighter, but this one doesn't really show up as a shade anyway. So let's just get this on and we'll see. And you can kind of see I'm still a tiny bit chapped because my lips are always so dry. My favorite lip gloss for years was the Glosstopia from Hard Candy. It was in the shade, not Opal Tease, Prism Lit was the shade. But they discontinued that shade. It was the perfect shade. I loved that shade. I tried other glosses that were a similar shade, and they were just never, I could never duplicate it. I haven't tried, you know, too hard. I've tried a couple other glosses, but I haven't been able to duplicate it yet. This one, you can kind of tell that it's sort of that baby pink, and I think it might be a little too light for me. Like, on camera, it's not looking as light, and in real life, it's looking a bit lighter. So it might be a little too light. I probably can get away with it because it's really sheer, but I might look through these glosses because it's feeling really good. It's a little bit thinner. Like, I like the feeling of this lip mask better because it's a little bit thicker, not as slippery. And even the Hard Candy Glosstopia gloss is a bit thicker, not as slippery as this one. So I'm not in love with the formula, but I don't think it's bad. It's just a personal preference at this point. I think it's nice. And if I could find the same shade as Prism Lit, then it might be worth it to me to get that shade in this gloss. And I'll try this for longer than today. I'm gonna wipe it off in a minute so we can try the other lip shade. But it all depends on how it treats my lips. So many lip products will make my lips more chapped. And I'm not talking about liquid lipsticks, I'm talking about like gloss products. So many of them will make my lips more chapped the more I use them. It's really weird. Like, there must be an ingredient in some of these lip products that just does that or doesn't agree with my personal pH or whatever it is. So I will let you guys know in the description as I wear it and continue to wear it if that happens. So as a first impression, I think it's pretty, but I don't think it's anything so amazing. Lip glosses are a dime a dozen, y'all. We all know this, but you know, for me, it's usually more about if we can get a good shade that's unique, or if I can find that one shade, that one formula. For years, I've been using all the Buxom / Bare Minerals glosses. They're plumping ones. Any of them actually have been really good for my lips, and I kept them. My mom bought thousands of them, and the ones she didn't use, didn't like, whatever, as far as shades and stuff, she would send to me and my daughters and my sisters. And I have them stashed everywhere because they just treat my lips so good. You can wear them anytime your lips are dry, you can slap one of those on and it's instant relief. So I love those, but you know, they're always coming out with new stuff. So I don't think that this is sort of like a dupe. It's feeling good, like it's not feeling tingly or anything, but it feels decent. I just wish it was a little bit thicker. So that's my opinion on that particular gloss. So let's go ahead and remove that and we'll try the other one. Yeah, the shade is very sheer, so I don't think that you're gonna get, you know, you should be worrying too much about the full color of it. All right, so let's try this one. Again, this is in the shade Motivator, and woo, it's so crazy. So it's basically, it's like a hot pink. Let me just see, and I always compare any sort of hot pink that I have to my L'Oreal one, which is like my favorite hot pink ever, if I can find it. 1 second. I don't know why I couldn't find it. It was staring me in the eye. So this is my favorite sort of statement hot pink, almost red, almost corally. It's really a unique shade. It's the shade Le Macaron, or it's from the Le Macaron line, but it's the shade Flamboyant Frenzy 828. So we'll get a swatch of that and we'll just see how similar. This one, actually the L'Oreal one seems a little bit brighter. It's a beautiful shade. It's such a beautiful shade. I love it so much. So let's just see how close this, oh, it might be exactly the same. A little bit darker. So this is the Maybelline one, and this is the L'Oreal. So you can kind of see this one's a little bit darker, this one's a little bit brighter. Like, you just can't match this shade. I've tried to match this shade or have seen other colors that are like so similar. I'm like, oh, that's a perfect match. It can never be like, I don't know if you can match that shade. Let's try it, shall we? Okay, so I think this shade is close enough to, well, it's got a bit more red in it. I'm telling you, this one is just so unique. Yeah, so this one is a bit more red. Now I'll just try and look through the order and like see like if they give any more details on this shade. Like sometimes they'll say, like, I know for the one of them I got, I can't remember which one it was. I think it was the Milani. Yeah, here it is. This Milani one, it's called Main Character, but they described it as a vibrant rose or something like that. And that is really a good description of it. That's exactly what it kind of is. So, and I'll just give you a swatch of that one too, because I thought it might be similar to the Flamboyant Frenzy one to the L'Oreal, and it's so close, but there's just nothing to touch it. So this is the Milani one, more of a rose. The L'Oreal one is more of a corally hot pink. Like, it's just so unique. And then the one we're trying today, the Maybelline, which is called Motivator, I think. Yeah, Motivator. It's got a bit more red in it, but it's sort of like, I don't know, it's hard. This one's pretty unique as well. It's not like a tomato red, but even though it's got a little tiny bit of a warmth to it, sort of like a warmer red. It's not blue, but it also has a little bit of pink in it. Like, very interesting. But yeah, so there we go. Let me know what you guys think about a lip such as this in the comments. As far as the formula goes, like, it's coming off a little bit, but this is not as matte as I would like it. Like, these other ones, when they finally dry down, they dry down matte. Also, the Ulta Beauty ones dry down very matte, and that's what I'm looking for. I'm always looking for a matte liquid lipstick. That's my preference. I love matte lipsticks unless I'm wearing a gloss. And I feel like for me, if it's not a nude, like a nude can be glossy for me. I rarely can find a matte nude that I like how it looks on me. It always has to be a glossy nude. Same thing with pinks, especially if it's a gloss. Like, I can have a glossy pink lip, but I prefer for any sort of bold lip like this for it to be like hardcore matte, like absorb all the light matte. And this is not quite that. It's still got some light shining off it, but there's a little bit of transfer. So I'll update in the comment or in the description, like if it fully dries down and gets fully matte. I don't have time to wait for it to do it right now. But so if you're looking for a sort of budge proof lip, you might like these Super Stay Matte inks from Maybelline, because especially if you're looking for something that's not entirely matte. Now you guys let me know, because I don't have a lot of these that I've tried. So let me know if it might be just a shade issue, a formula issue, or if they're all just supposed to be super matte. So yeah, and then we can kind of help each other out in the comments. So thank you guys so much for watching. Please don't forget to thumbs up, like, subscribe, ding that bell, and I will see you in the next one. Bye. All right, so not quite rid of me yet. I've been sitting here for a few minutes, not too long, maybe 2 or 3 minutes, tops 5 minutes, and I don't like this. It sticks too much. And I'll let you know in the description again, like if this is like a permanent thing that's just going to happen all day, because if it is, sort of a deal breaker for me. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.